Alright, hello YouTube and hello Twitch. What's up? We're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I have seen a lot of this. What is the time? 5. Just got off of work. No, it's not AM. Alright, confirm. Oh, down, up. For a minute there, I was worried you weren't taking all of this seriously, but you've proven me wrong. Of course, I guess I have no way of knowing whether it's 51. Well, I just got off of work. Heck, for all I know, it could actually be 12 o'clock right now. Whoa. It was super accurate. Still 5:51. You know, I can just say. Yeah, me too. I have a feel learning about you and how you like things reset. Yeah, all good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but I have. Perhaps if I move sliders to gather new data on you. Oh, okay. Shouldn't be hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Ready, ready. We've done to boot up the game. Okay, so we had like a mini, I guess we had like a mini little thingy before we actually hit the game. But yeah, hold up. I have this photo that'll help me keep track of things. Alright. Alright, let's get started. Begin the game. Ooh, the end is over. The end. I'm so glad to be playing this again, or seeing it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Did it wrong?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, what an intro! Here, let me turn on. I thought that the audio was pretty high.
This is the story of a... This is the...
Okay. Main volume. Turn it down to like. Music. Oh, not the elevator music. No. Yeah, we can have that up to like. Turn down a little bit. Alright. Alright. Oh, what a golden. That was like, what an intro, bro. Old news, old games. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh man. Alright. You could like turn off the televisions and stuff. Oh my god, what a no, that intro just takes me back to 2013. Oh my god. Stanley came. Oh, here it is. Stanley came up to a 2 said, "Oh, open doors." He entered the door on his left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hold up. Decisions. You know what? I'll be fine. I'll be friendly. I'll be friendly. So I haven't played this in a hot minute.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
My desk. Oh, the broom closet ending. Did you get the broom closet ending, guys? That one was my favorite.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Hell yeah!
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because, the broom closet ending's my favorite ending.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
No, maybe I'm dead, narrator.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Bro just shot me down. I was addicted to drugs and hookers and damn, did not expect. Bro just absolutely flipped his table.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable.
Okay,
I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay, I'll go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I want to go down. I got free will, bro. Hey, Connor, what's up?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh,
then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
My brain's gonna blow up. I'm not ready for this.
And wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh, we're still here.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley.
My bad.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay. I think I just had a stroke and popped.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Bro, I took one wrong turn. I went down the stairs, bro.
She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked
Is
to
that
her place
me?
of work. But on this
I'm
particular
dead!
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then
Bro,
collapsed
she
dead on
found
the
me.
sidewalk.
The midget found me
And although
dead.
she would soon
I
turn to
tripped
go
over.
call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
All because I went down the steps, bro. All because I went down the stairs. Bro, what? Oh, nah, we're not doing this. Close that door.
But Stanley simply couldn't
There's a thing
handle
where
the
it is.
pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
What?
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
I think
Soon,
there's like
very
47.
soon now, this will
That's a
end.
lot of
He will
endings.
be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
This is an old
Now
game.
it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And then we just begin again. What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Ooh.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I remember seeing.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
Thanks,
couldn't
narrator.
find a
Cut me
trace
off,
of his
bro. Cut me
co-workers.
off! No, Kano, I remember watching somebody play this. I think it was 8-Bit Ryan play this like back in like 2015 or something. I don't remember specifics, but like this is an old game. We're speaking of this. I remember I could do this in that one port. Hold up. Aha. Crouch.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yay.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What
Kano,
do
you like
think? Are you
this?
sick of this gag yet?
Oh, Kano, I'll let you decide. Are we sick of this, Kano? I mean, I could stay here forever. How about you? No? Alright.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh,
True.
now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have
We're gonna
heard
come
all
back here,
the
though.
narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So,
No.
what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I don't know. I haven't checked
Imagine if you
this.
had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other
Yay!
option
Connor, we're
is
lucky.
really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact,
Oh.
I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well, now, I've
never
built up
mind.
the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Should we come back here, Connor, and click yes? I'll let you decide. Let you guys have some fun. Should we come back here? Oh, hell yeah. Alright. And we just press begin the game again and see what happens when we click yes. Run for the window.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're back.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he
Let's see
heard
what
this
happens when we click
narration
yes!
and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
I say
Why don't we
yeah.
take a minute just to drink it all in?
Okay, I'm
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
bored. Nope.
Well, I don't know how to say this
Wait, I mean,
politely,
yes.
but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Okay. He's got a guitar?
There once was a man named Stanley.
Hey,
People
yo!
considered so manly. But the truth
Banger.
must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
What the hell's that
What
word?
Stanley liked most was buttons.
Yeah.
He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Damn.
He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh, he's just like me!
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
What the you?
You too will become quite unbearable.
Aw. Oh, it's good to yay! Encore! I can jam this. Okay, guys, we got we gotta do other endings, bro. We can sit there and vibe all day, but not today. That day ain't today.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Bet. The hell is this? Okay. I think we can open any of these doors.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click
Is it
a
an
door
achievement?
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Like, crack my knuckles real quick. It's on.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks
50?
will do it. Yes.
Bad.
almost
Let's do
certainly
100.
50 clicks. I'm still not feeling it.
No?
I want this
100
achievement to have
clicks.
meant something. It
100
has to be
clicks.
a true
100
reward
clicks.
for valiant effort. I
100
want to see
clicks.
some hustle,
100 clicks.
Stanley.
100.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, hell yeah. Where's 417, bro? Can't run in this game. 417. It's 417. This one? No. There's 20. Is it gonna be through here? Aha! Found it.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I know where that is. It's right over here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Hell yeah. Let's go. There we are.
Now, back to door number 437.
Hell yeah. I like where this is going. I love clicking doors. I love clicking. Wait. This one, right?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
All right.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh yeah, let me on here. Let me on. Wait, maybe we need to crouch.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I wish I could run. Hell yeah.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
What is in there? Okay, that was fun. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, Kano, left or right? With your decision. What do you think? What do you think is the best option? Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
I don't know my lesson rights.
For you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much.
Alright, we'll restart. Also, we pissed him off going into the broom closet again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought.
Let's go right.
Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Alright, we're going straight to the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the
There
correct
we
way
go.
to the meeting room. And
Now
Stanley
we're
knew
on
it perfectly
track.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, we can go straight. We can go there. Oh, we can go. Oh, okay. So we can go there. We can go there, and then whatever that is, or straight. Ooh, we got options, Kana. What do you say? What do you think your thing is? We can go here and then down the elevator. I'm pretty sure that's a button if I remember. And or straight back onto the main thing to the broom closet, or here, wherever there goes. We got decisions, Kano. Down here? Here? Alright.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Key card. Misuse of the cargo lift. Okay. Jumping off the cargo lift. I'm pretty sure we die if we fell down there. Yeah, I don't think our ankles would make it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Vent?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
You know what?
Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I think we played buckshot roulette in like a world like this. It had like a big old... Oh yeah, that little... Right there. We had the buckshot roulette table in there. Yeah, and then me and you and Phaser hid in there and started laughing and giggling at Raptor and everybody. One of Phaser's many girlfriends. The one I didn't quite like. To be completely honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like him. Whatever her name was. The good old days. That was like 2 months ago.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind. This looked great to me. Right.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh,
Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. Okay, what's your... Yeah, I know. This looks gray, this looks red. I can't see blue very well. I say we go blue again.
I still don't think we're communicating.
Aw, man!
Stanley walked through the red door.
Nah, he's trying to hide it from us.
Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You
what
see?
the hell
There's
is
nothing
this?
here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Portal
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Oh, hell yeah.
Feel
5 out of
free
5.
to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
5 out of 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay, what? What the hell is this? What the? What the hell is this, bro? Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
That confused me a little bit, but sure, why
Hey,
not?
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yo,
In
what?
this game,
What the
Baby
hell
crawls
is this?
left towards danger.
What the hell
You
is
click the button
this?
to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So
4
why don't you give it
hours?
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Nah, what? We gotta do this for 4 hours? I ain't doing this for 4 hours. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the
This
experience for
bastard
me.
is crazy.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna stand there for 4 hours.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What? I guess we're starting beginning again. What?
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Was that the Minecraft door effect? Wait. Of course I went the wrong way.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Ooh. Breath of the Wild.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh,
What the hell?
Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens.
What was that?
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay,
We're
I'm
in
going to
the
get us
woods.
out of here.
We're in
Let's
the
find
wild.
another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice,
No,
big,
freedom.
insurmountable walls.
No, we were so close to freedom.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Yo, what is this? Kano.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this
Rocket
is
League.
game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh! No way. Oh yeah, let's go! Whoa, I'm getting some
Are you
speed.
doing it? Are you winning? Is
Yes.
this fun?
Yes.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Nah, get away.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Yes! We're in heaven! Oh yeah. 1,000 balls, let's go. Boom.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yeah, I'm really.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because
if I
guess
jump in
what?
here?
It's... Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. You still have so much...
Connor, I think we messed up. Uh-oh. Yeah, you wanted me to go to the cargo lift. You wanted me to go to the cargo lift. Although, I will admit, I did jump off, and I did have color blindness. So, my bad. G. Third option. Oh, what's in here? Oh boy.
I wonder what he found.
Oh.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh. And then we're back. What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You wanna go back? That's got my attention. Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Okay. Ooh la la.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable
I
was
told
a
you it
video
came out
game
2013.
released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial...
Guys, I just realized something. This game's like 10 years old. This game is 10 years old. 2013 to 2025 is like 12 years old.
Commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the
Yikes.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I remember the demo.
The
for this
Stanley
game.
Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the
Got my
Stanley
attention.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Wait.
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Oh
Should
no.
we,
I hate elevators. Let me out.
should
Let me
we
out.
be
Let me out. Let me
moving
out. Let me out.
somewhere Oh,
No,
there we go.
let me-
All right, finally, at long last,
Okay, I thought
it's
we were going
on to
down.
the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Wow. It's a. Okay, we can jump now in a circle.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan
Nintendo.
base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Oh,
And don't
whoa,
get
that
me
was weird.
started on the level
I
of
think my advanced
craftsmanship
talking
that's
to me,
gone into
guys.
it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yay.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh yeah. Oh. Bro, what? Sorry, I was picking my nose. What the hell?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Oh hell yeah! I love going in vents. Pause. We need some context. Event, guys.
Okay,
Event.
you remember how
Anywhere else,
cheap and
keep your eye on the gutter.
unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something
Dark
special
Souls!
and
Wait.
tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the
demonstration. Yarr, me boy, you talk to me first dollar. I remember they made it to 10 years now. This was the game con I was talking about, the achievement that's like 10 years. Don't play the game for 10 years. Oh, we just got that ending.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
No,
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
Persona 3?
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Superb.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Reviews.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Oh, no.
The online video game distributor.
Oh,
I haven't looked
buddy.
at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Dave.
Unfunny!
I
I'm
think
trying
you
to
struck
be
a
funny.
nerve.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto.
Boss
And it's
fight!
always been my motto.
I can't
I'd
move!
do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button
never
we
mind.
shall have.
I thought those were like, it was like a freaking Splatoon boss, but like the Octo of
And
it.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking
really
for,
annoy
and
people
I'm
that
very
much?
proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming...
Okay, we'll press the button.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination.
Are we just
and
having?
more
Oh,
of a
you're
treatise.
rambling again.
Or
You're rambling.
maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making
trying to
every
break the
choice to
rhythm.
which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
could
That
be
you are
both.
both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the
What if
same
you run out of
time by
choices,
virtue
though?
of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in
I've
countless
heard of it.
situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto.
No, we're not gonna be listening, bro. No way.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah?
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of,
Let me
this
out.
game is the best game. Let me start over. How
No,
about this?
no,
From
no.
the
He's just
Okay, welcome
rambling.
back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the
The
button
door
has
is
been skipping
gone!
through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
Sure,
But
you
at
can
any
ramble
rate,
yourself.
I do suggest that we
What?
not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated,
Well,
and we can
where's the
say goodbye
door?
to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
That's
Wasn't
what I'm
there a door
thinking.
that led
That's
into
what I'm
this
saying
room?
right here.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
right
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button.
Well, you made
There
the
was a
damn
door
walls.
here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through
Bet.
a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until
Here we
enough
go.
damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option
no.
at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door
Yeah.
as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button, please. Stanley! Stanley,
Oops, my
please
finger
don't
slipped.
push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the
light went
room.
on.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it,
There.
I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than
Grab the
anything
pot,
else, I don't know how to stop you
Throw
from
it in
pressing
there.
the button
Break
again.
the fan. Grab
I
the
can't
ladder.
control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to
Grab the
believe,
ladder.
I have to
Boom.
know that sooner or
Break
later,
open
no
the
matter how
vent with
much
the
I
chair.
plead with you, you're going to press
And
the
start
button
crawling
again.
through.
Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what
I'm
I
a
can do to
genius.
convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on
I think
every
we gotta
tiny
press it,
negative
guys.
thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
I feel so
I
bad,
can't
though.
stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you, just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for
God
companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative
repeating?
feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much? Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turn.
I think we messed up. What is that? Oh, the fucking fire alarm! Throw a rock at it! Ah, my ears! Button, please! Button, please! Skip it, my ears! Oh my
But they
god.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us in that
motherfucker better not. That little bastard up in the ceiling better not stop beeping again.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never
oh,
the
he's
end,
going nuts.
is never the end, is never
What's
the
going
end,
on over
is
there?
never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Uh-oh.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never.
He's lost his marbles. What's happening here? Uh-oh, there's a crack in the ceiling. Wait, we're gonna get out of here if we keep pushing this. Oh! Never mind, we're cooked. Sunlight! I see it! We're almost out. Oh my god. This is pretty. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, pretty. I finally got food. I love being vegan. No, I don't. No! Well, at least I got my fill. What the hell? Freedom! Freedom! Oh my god, we're free! We are free, brother! We are free! Let me get all the way down. We are free, brother! We are free! Oh yeah. Naruto desert, holy hell. A Molduga doesn't eat me. Oh, we just back, just like that. What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the hell is all this stuff?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! Yo!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. And here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What is all this? Name button.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing... Sorry, I should have clarified.
Jim?
Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Ain't even
But of
close.
course, in the final game, this button will say your name,
Oh,
whatever
gotcha.
name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along.
I should've came
I
here, bro. I
promise
should not have
you'll
came
love
here.
it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hey, my Jim.
I want you to
Jimmy
imagine
John,
yourself
Slim
living
Jim.
as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Jimster.
Falling in love and
Jimmy
being
Kimmy.
heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really...
Jim,
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
I want it
If you
out.
don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Yes,
Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Sorry, I wasn't it, bro. That was
Maybe
boring.
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Reassurance bucket.
A common
Nothing.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Ooh, sure. Can't wait to get my grimy hands on that. What a bucket.
Can you
Ooh.
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Yay!
I think that
What
just
a
holding
charisma!
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Hell yeah, I'll take a bucket. Lots of things you can do with
Does
a bucket.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I hate blue, so we're going with.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all
Oh,
along.
yeah.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it
What the
is.
hell? I clicked the white button. Bull crap, bro.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
Yeah.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
What's over here?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, bet. Hey, at least I got a bucket.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
Something Carl would
you
say
can
something
press
like
the
that. I don't want
teleport
it to
button
go.
to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Is it really infinite, though?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, man.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
What did I say?
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Free achievement. Hell yeah.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Hell yeah.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear... What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Hey, the jump circle's back.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Collectible. Collectibles? Ooh la la. Ooh.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Nice. Oh, well, how did I get back here? Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But all right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Free bucket.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Got the button.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
What the hell?
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Got worse.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the
Get
gameplay of the original.
outside, donkey.
Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh boy. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's trippy. What if we get to the door over here? Is he just gonna repeat? It's red outside! Oh, then it repeats. Okay. So did we just begin the game again?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley
Oh, we
worked
see the
for a company in a
balloons.
big
Aw,
building
man, I want
where
the white
he was
balloons.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk
I
in
really
room.
don't want to be sitting through the intro cutscene again. Let me in. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We got a bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, hell yeah. But I knew this was a perfect time to wrap up stream. It's been like an hour, 30 minutes. So I will be seeing everybody in the next one. Thank you for coming around, sticking around, having fun. Gonna upload this to the VOD channel and stuff. Join in, everybody. I'll let you guys control the endings and stuff from now on. Have some fun with it. Do some interaction with the chat. All right. Thank you, guys. Goodbye, streams. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.